For God, this is a more exquisite song than the other.
Will you hear it again?
No, for I hold him to be unworthy of his place that does those things. Well, God's above all, and there be souls must be saved, and there be souls must not be saved.
It's true, good lieutenant.
For my own part, no offense to the general, nor any man of quality, I hope to be saved.
And so do I too, lieutenant.
Aye, but by your leave, not before me. The lieutenant is to be saved before the ancient. Let's have no more of this. Let's to our affairs. God forgive us our sin. Gentlemen, let's look to our business. Do not think, gentlemen, I am drunk. This is my ancient, this is my right hand, this is my left. I am not drunk now. I can stand well enough, and I speak well enough.
Excellent, well.
Why, very well then. You must not think then that I am drunk.
To the platform, masters. Come, let's set the watch.
You see this fellow that has gone before. He's a soldier fit to stand by Caesar, and give direction, and do but see his vice. 'Tis to his virtue a just equinox, the one as long as the other. 'Tis pity of him. I fear the trust Othello puts him in, on some odd time of his infirmity, will shake this island.
But is he often thus?
'Tis evermore the prologue to his sleep. He'll watch the horologe a double set, if drink rock not his cradle.
It were well the general were put in mind of it. Perhaps he sees it not, or his good nature prizes the virtue that appears in Cassio, and looks not on his evils. Is not this true?
How now, Roderigo? I pray you, after the lieutenant, go.
Tis great pity that the noble Moor should hazard such a place as his own second with one with engraved infirmity. It were an honest action to say so to the Moor.
Not I for this fair island. I do love Cassio well, and would do much to cure him of this evil.
Zoons, you rogue, you rascal!
What's the matter, Lieutenant?
A knave teaching me my duty. I'll beat the knave into a twig and bottle.
Beat me!
Does thou prate, rogue?
Nay, good Lieutenant, I pray you, sir, hold your hand.
Let me go, sir, or I'll knock you over the mazzard.
Come, you're drunk.
Drunk?
Away, I say, go out and cry mutiny.
Mutiny! 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 Mutiny!
Nay, good lieutenant, God's will, gentlemen, lieutenant, sir, Montano, sir, help master. What do you want to be? Who's that which rings the bell? Diablo, ho! The town will rise, lieutenant, God's will, hold, you will be shamed forever.
What is the matter here?
Zooms, I bleed still, I am hurt to the death. He dies!
Hold! For your life!
Hold! Oh, Lieutenant! Sir! Montano! Gentlemen! Have you lost all sense of place and duty? Hold! The general speaks to you! Hold! For shame!
How now, ho? From whence ariseth this? Are we turned Turks, and to ourselves do that, which heaven hath forbid the Ottomites, for Christian shame, put by this barbarous brawl. He that stirs next, carves his own rage, holds his soul light. He dies upon motion. Silence that dreadful bell. It frights the isle from her propriety. What is the matter, masters? Honest Iago, that looks dead with grieving, speak. Who began this? On thy love, I charge thee.
I do not know. Friends, all but now, even now. In quarter and in terms like bride and groom, divesting them for bed, and then but now. As if some planet had unwitted men. Swords out, and tilting one at each other's breasts. In opposition, bloody. I cannot speak at any beginning to this peevish odds. And would, in action glorious, I had lost those legs that had brought me to a part of it.
How comes it, Michael? You were thus forgot?
I pray you pardon me. I cannot speak.
Worthy Montano, you were wont be civil. The gravity and your stillness of your youth the world hath noted, and your name is great in the mouths of the wisest censure. What's the matter, that you unlace your reputation thus, and spend your rich opinions for the name of a night brawler? Give me answer to it.
Worthy Othello, I am hurt to danger. Your officer Iago can inform you, while I spare speech, which something now does offend me. Of all that I do know, nor know I ought, by me that said or done amiss this night, unless self-charity be sometimes a vice, and to defend ourselves it be a sin. when violence assails us.
Now, by heaven, my blood begins my safer guise to rule. In passion, having my best judgment colleague, essays to lead the way. Zoons, if I stir, or do but lift this arm, the best of you shall sink in my rebuke. Give me to know how this foul rout began, who set it on, and he that is approved in this offense, thou he had twinned with me, both at birth, shall lose me. What? In a town of war, yet wild, the people's hearts brimful of fear, to manage private and domestic quarrel, at night and on the private court and guards of safety. 'Tis monstrous. Iago, who beganst it?
If partially affined or leagued in office, thou dost deliver more or less than truth. Thou art no soldier.
Touch me not so near. I'd rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it should do offense to Michael Cassio. Yet I persuade myself, to speak the truth, shall nothing wrong him. Thus it is, General, Montano and myself being in speech. There comes Othello crying out for help, and Cassio following him with a determined sword to execute upon him. Sir, this gentleman. What, are you hurt, Lieutenant?
I passed all surgery.
Mary, God forbid.
Reputation, reputation, reputation. Oh, I have lost my reputation. I've lost the immortal part of myself, and what remains is bestial. Reputation, Iago, my reputation.
As I am an honest man, I thought you had received some bodily wound. There's more sense in that than in reputation. Reputation is an idle and most false imposition, oft got without merit, and lost without deserving. You have lost no reputation at all, unless you repute yourself such a loser. What, man, there are ways to recover the general again. You are but now cast in his mood, a punishment more in policy than in malice, even so as one would beat his offenseless dog to affright an imperious lion. Sue to him again, and he's yours.
I will rather sue to be despised than to deceive so good a commander with so slight, so drunken, and so indiscreet an officer. Drunk, and speak parrot, and scrabble, swagger, swear, and discourse fusion with one's own shadow. O thou invisible spirit of wine, if thou hast no name to be known by, let us call thee devil.
Having my best judgment colleague, essays to lead the way. Zoons! If I stir.
You killed gentlemen! Help! Oh, wait, what the? I don't know what my line after that is. It's too hard. You see this fellow that has gone before. He's a soldier fit to stand by Caesar, and give direction, and do so but his vice. 'Tis to his virtue a just equinox.
I'll beat the knave into a twig and bottle.
Beat me!
Does thou prat, rogue?
It's not right.
Where's your line?
Is he supposed to talk?
No, Nate! He's a soldier fit to stand by Caesar, and give direction, and do but see his vice.
Still, I am hurt to the death. He dies.
How comes it, Michael?
To the platform, masters. Come, let's set the watch.
That's his dog to affright an imperious lion. Sue to him again, and he's yours.
I would rather sue to be despised than to deceive so good a commander. Dude, what?